Welcome back, realvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith. I got another property for you. This one's in Shasta County, California, and it's 9.8 acres. We're asking $42,000 for this one. If I show you on the screen what's going on here, let's pull up the website. So Ben Dow has this one. Ben's over here. Ben runs a podcast about you gotta ask him about his podcast. It's about doing what you love to do, right? And I should know the name of his podcast and plug it in here, but I'm not very good at remembering names or that kind of stuff. I like geography, maps, and where things are at. So this property is $42,000, Shasta County, California, 9.8 acres, and Ben was asking me for some help on the access to this one. So I've been working on the maps, and Ben found an easement, and we mapped it out. And so there's an easement to get back into this property, and I'll show it to you. So here's a picture I just put up in the background of the property. We got multiple pictures. I'll show you some more pictures here in a sec. So here's a picture out over the area. So here's some of the trees that are on the property, and it's next to a pond. I don't know if you can see the pond in the little picture behind me. You can probably see this picture a lot better if you go to realvacantland.com or go to the link that's down in the description of this video. That link will take you back to my website, and you can look at these pictures. You can study them. You can see this picture of this pond that's next to the property. So you can build on this property and look over the pond. And the property line's not touching the pond, but it's pretty close. So here's some shots out over the area. It's a scattered forest. It's not a dense, claustrophobic forest, if you will. It's a more spread out, open, drier forest that the sun gets down to the bottom of, so you could get blue skies and trees at the same time. That's just a specialty of California, right? So here's that pond, and the property is over here on the side, and then there's a house over here, there's a pond over here, so the property's in between the house and the pond. And yeah, I bet you get to watch some geese fly in, land on the pond, ducks scooting around in spring. The little ducks will come out of the bushes. Like, where did they have those? And then you'll see the little ducks grow into bigger ducks, and eventually at the end of the season you'll see the ducks fly away, and maybe they'll come back again next year. So we could overlook the pond and watch nature happen like that. So here's some more views around the area, and it's views of the mountains, views of the trees, views. Go to the website, look at these pictures. These are pictures of the actual property. Ben hired someone to go over here and take good shots of it. Here's here's the four corners, and they're on X Hunt, and they put the GPS coordinates in there. If you've ever used on X Hunt, it's an app for your phone. You can download it, and you can put the GPS coordinates of the property. You go walk around the property, show you exactly where it's at. There are a couple apps like this. Another one is Land Glide. There's a couple other hunting apps too. I think this one is more for hunting. Land Glide's more for real estate people. Here's the map. I just added this leg on here as the easement. That went a little too far. Let's blow this up. Let's get it nice and big behind me here. Okay, so this is, I'm almost wondering if I should make this blue some brighter color instead of blue all the time. I don't know. If you guys know what kind of color would be good for these maps, like what this highlight would be, throw it in the comments below. I respond to a lot of these comments. I read all your comments. It sometimes takes me a little bit to get there, but I'll read them. And so there's a house down below. There's an easement. This easement comes out to a driveway over here that goes back. There's a driveway on the north boundary of this property that cuts across the top boundary of the property. And so I think you can access it from both sides. But the original property was from here to there, and it was cut four ways, cut into four different pieces. And so was the west half of the west half, which is kind of weird. It should just be the west quarter. They should have changed it. But rookie legal description drawing. I've drawn enough legal descriptions. It should be, I mean, it's legal, it works, but the recorders, the assessors would rather it were a quarter of that thing instead of the west half of the west half, if you understand what I'm saying. So there's the road over here. Easement keeps going. You put a driveway along. There's a 30-foot easement on the southern boundary of these other three properties, apparent to this property. And then you'd be here overlooking the pond. So the pond's right there. You could be on the hill looking at the pond. Let's zoom out. I'll show you where we're at in the world. Let's turn the maps on. So the property's over here. We've got Big Lake up north, Lake Shasta. We've got Redding is over here. So Redding, we're just north east of Reading. So if you go up to 299, you can get over to the property. The 5 goes right through Reading. So if you're in California anywhere, I'm sure you've heard of the 5. Just go up north, the 5 to Reading, and then go east. Or if you're coming from the north, go south on the 5 till you get to Reading, and then go east out to the property. So from Reading, it's not that far down to Sacramento or San Francisco. It's the north end of the valley. That's where this property's at. So I'm going to jump out of that screen and I'm back on the website. We got, there's a buy it now button over here. Now let's see how that's set up. If you can take the whole thing down, or if you could do a deposit. They're asking $42,000. And yeah, it's asking for the full $42,000. So I'm guessing it's set up for bank account information here. So you can put in your title, your tax address, your contact information. Don't just type gibberish like I'm doing to show you what's going on. But then you hit the next button, it starts asking for payment information. It's asking for credit card. So I'm going to try to get that updated and make it so you can do your checking account information. So you can use ACH. You can do the whole $42,000 because it's going to be hard to put $42,000 on a credit card. You probably have to call a credit card company or a debit card company and have them raise the limit for the day to get that transaction through there. And yeah, zoning U, elevation 643 foot, taxes $610. And so there's a Walmart that's like 13 miles from there. There's a health center, like a hospital kind of place, 17 miles from there. There's a school that's like 15 miles. There's a pizza shack. I don't even know if that's still open, but if you guys know this pizza shack and it's still going and stuff, put some comments down below. I'd like to hear about that. Maybe what's your favorite pizza you ever had there, if you've ever been. It's called Mason's Pizza, and it's 3.8 miles from the property. They might even deliver that kind of distance. So this one is, there's a post office, there's a gas station, here's some caves, and there's a lot in the area. So supplies are in the area. And I think what's nice about Shasta County is the regulations are pretty open to go homestead these properties, and they don't bend you over as much as a lot of California does to go build. The GPS coordinates are up there, and well, you can see them in the green just a little bit over. So if you click on that, it'll give you driving directions in your phone. If you click on it in the computer, it'll pull up maps so you can zoom in and zoom out and see where it's at and what it looks like and everything there too. Yeah, so there's a nice property, guys. 42 acres, sorry, $42,000 for 9.8 acres in Shasta County, California. If you have questions on this one, please ask Ben. His phone number is right up here. His name and number's up here. And it's for sale by owner, Ben Dow. Go check this one out. Go take a visit, take a tour, go get some pictures. Go have a picnic on the property, right? Tell me what kind of wildlife you see there. Is it birds? Is it rabbits? Is it coyotes? What's happening there? I'd love to hear. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one. Luke Smith. Bye.